We have breaking news and a trigger warning, my beautiful viewers. This story might leave you in stitches. The Congress just torched Melania Trump in the most awesome way. Cue the Truth Social posts. Welcome back to Occupy Democrats. I'm David Reddish. You know, at this point, there is no point in denying that American politics have become theater to the world. For better, worse, or for both. Politics in the 21st century, especially in the era of President Taco, has a certain Jerry Springer quality to it. And if you're too young to remember Jerry Springer, first of all, Lord help us, and second, go wiki that. We wanted to add some clips here, but we don't want to get dinged for copyright issues around trash TV. Suffice it to say, a talk show that was known for brawls, scandals, and generally getting out of hand seems to have inspired a growing number of GOP officials, starting with Don Chipotle himself. Need an example?
Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
Mr. Chairman,
That's beneath
would
even
you
you,
please
Green.
regain
That's
order
beneath
of
even
your
you.
committee?
Order.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play. with
Baby
me.
girl? I don't think
we are going to
so.
move, and we're going to take your words down.
I
Thank you very
second
much.
that motion.
So, you agree to strike your words?
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
agree.
Ms. Green agrees to strike her words.
I believe she
Chair
needs to
recognizes
apologize.
Mr.
No. She needs
Perry.
to
Okay,
apologize.
hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Green
I'm not
has 4 minutes and
apologizing.
21
Well,
seconds.
then
Okay,
you're
reserve
not
the right to
striking your
object.
words.
I am
Mr.
not
Perry.
apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
It's me.
Ms. Crockett.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold
a
on.
I'm
parliament.
trying to find clarification on what qualifies.
Chairman, motion to
I had
strike
no
those
idea
words.
what you just
Okay, that's always going to be funny. I don't care what anybody says. And did you catch Jamie Raskin's expression there as he tries to stifle a laugh? It's amazing. And wait until you see this next takedown. For the record, I still want bleach blonde, bad built butch body on a t-shirt. So if you would like to contribute me one, if you'd like to donate, follow the Ko-Fi link in the description. But back to the matter at hand. Marjorie Taylor Greene, for all her stupidity, has met her match with rising Democratic firebrand Jasmine Crockett, who, just as she once destroyed Ms. Green, just unloaded on Taco Bell herself. That's First Lady Melania Trump for the uninitiated. During a hearing of the House Judiciary Committee today on the effect of so-called Einstein visas, that is, visas granted to people exceptionally skilled or talented in their field, and testimony from Alex Nareste, Vice President for Economic and Social Policy Studies, Crockett went full bunker buster on Melania, who arrived in the U.S. via Einstein visa. Now, this is a very long clip, but you will want to watch the whole thing to see Crockett in all her glory, and to see Nareste get in on the fun too.
Gentleman yields. The chair now recognizes the gentlelady from Texas, Ms. Crockett.
Thank you so much. It's interesting that we're being accused of wanting all kinds of criminals to be on the streets, or that we don't believe that people should show up to their meetings and appointments. Last time I checked, there's a lot of people that are actually being grabbed as they are going in for their appointments. In fact, we know that one of the candidates that was recently running in this mayoral, he ended up being arrested because he decided that he was actually going to escort people that are actually showing up to their meetings. Or we know that the Pope, yes, the Pope himself, decided that the church may need to have people that are going to escort people as they're going into their meetings. Because the reality is that what they are claiming what they want to do versus what they're actually doing, the actions don't match up. And while we are supposed to be talking about visas, somehow we continue to cherry pick and talk about one criminal act and another criminal act. And it is so very interesting to me that, yes, we will say people are xenophobic, because when you start to decide that just because somebody came from another country, they are automatically some kind of criminal, that does sound kind of xenophobic to me, because you are using a paintbrush to paint an entire group of people where the vast majority of them are coming here because they are actually seeking a better life. But let me get to what this hearing is supposed to be about. The idea that Trump and my Republican colleagues want to restore integrity and security in the visa process is actually a joke. Let me be clear, integrity is not snatching lawful visa holders off the streets and throwing them into unmarked vans. Integrity is not revoking visas based on social media posts that hurt somebody's little feelings because kids decide that they want to go after Trump or this administration. We have a thing called free speech in this country. And since we're talking about integrity, I'm confused as to why my Republican colleagues aren't talking about the lack of integrity when it comes to the president's family's visas. Let me remind y'all that Melania, the first lady, a model, and when I say model, I'm not talking about Tyra Banks, Cindy Crawford, or Naomi Campbell level, applied for and was given an EB-1 visa. And what's that stands for is an Einstein visa. Now, y'all that don't know, let me tell you how you receive an Einstein visa. You're supposed to have some sort of significant achievement, like being awarded a Nobel Peace Prize or a Pulitzer, being an Olympic medalist, or having other sustained extraordinary abilities and success in sciences, arts, education, business, or athletics. Last time I checked, the First Lady had none of those accolades under her belt. It doesn't take an Einstein to see that the math ain't mathin' here. Nevertheless, what Republicans are doing with this reconciliation process, the travel bans and revoking visas, jeopardizes our national security. It threatens our communities, our higher education, and our economy. Visas like the largely vetted J visas for higher education and M visas for trade, training, attract the next innovators, medical providers, researchers, and educators that we need to build on American success. I'm not gonna mess up your name, so I'm not doing that. But I'm with you, okay? In your experience, do individuals on J or M visas typically improve or impair our economy?
They generally improve the economy, and I can give a brief example. My wife is a very successful woman. She makes a ton of money, which I'm grateful for. And the reason why we're able to do that while having 3 children is because of the au pair visa, somebody who is here on a J. Okay. Who is here and able to supply this for us. But I also want to defend Melania real quick. Not everybody could marry Donald Trump, and I think that's quite an achievement. So I think she deserves credit for that. Nobody up here could have done it.
You sure right, I couldn't do it. But anyway, in fact, J visa holders contribute $43.8 billion to the U.S. economy and support more than 300,000 jobs. And make no mistake, immigrants improve the health of U.S. citizens too. Despite the fact we already have a doctor shortage, Trump's reckless travel ban and visa overhaul are exacerbating this crisis by impairing hundreds of hospitals with foreign-trained doctors set to do their residencies here in the United States, meaning fewer people will get the help they need and more people will die. Now, let me remind you that Republicans are trying to gut Medicaid. Roughly 4.5 million people receive caregiver services through Medicaid, and most of these folks are in red states. And wouldn't you know that in 2023, Kaiser Family Foundation estimated that almost 30% of long-term care providers or home caretakers were immigrants. It's like Republicans want Americans to suffer. Now, Republicans say visas make us less secure, but let's talk about how visas given to victims of crimes like rape, murder, human trafficking, torture, abduction, kidnapping, to help law enforcement with their investigation or prosecutions of these crimes. These folks are risking their own security for broader safety of Americans and our communities. Thank you so much. I will yield.
That woman is a national treasure. And she's right. In the Trumpian era, the people in power or wealth live by one set of rules, while the rest of us live in an ever more constrained, crumbling, and oppressive set of laws. It's an era of extraction, where businesses and the wealthy bleed us for every last cent, every last workable hour that they can, while giving us the bare minimum. Unless, of course, you happen to be a formerly sapphic nude model like Melania. So thank goodness for Jasmine Crockett, and for Democrats who still want MAGA world to live in actual reality. This is Occupy Democrats.